Sunweb TV live hier bij SEOSGS 2026. We staan namelijk in de boot van Digicel, waarbij wij een kort gesprek zullen hebben met de CEO van Digicel als het gaat om Suriname en Guyana. En ook de manager of de Tempnet hier zo in het Caribisch. We zullen een kort gesprek met ze hebben en we zullen horen wat de nieuwe ontwikkelingen zijn als het gaat om telecommunicatie hier in dit regio. En meer nog als het gaat om de ontwikkelingen van olie en gas. Ze spreken Engels, so we are going to talk a bit English today. And it will be a great time, so we will say stay tuned for more info. Yes. To starting with the CEO, if you can introduce yourself a bit for us, and then we will go further.
Hi, yes, I'm Dion Gopal, the CEO of Guyana and Suriname, Digicel. I'm from Guyana, as you can tell from the accent, but I've been working in Suriname for the last 15 to 16 years with Digicel. So I have a love for Suriname as much as I love Guyana.
Great to have you also here in Suriname. And you, the manager of Tempnet, what's your name?
My name is Michael Barrow. I'm the regional manager of Tempnet, the Caribbean manager. Our office is based out of Trinidad for this region. Now we're in the process of setting up offices in Suriname as well.
To start with the CEO, we are here at SEOSGS 2026 and also Digicel is participating. We know that Guyana already is doing offshore in oil and gas, and Suriname in a few years will also do that. What are the expectations if we look to oil and gas and Digicel? What can Digicel provide to this and offshore in Suriname?
Well, the world runs on oil, but all the businesses, the offshore, the production must run on connectivity. So connectivity, together with Tempnet, Digicel, we will provide, or we can provide offshore connectivity. So, the functioning of those businesses, which Michael will go into a little bit more detail. So our position is one of more providing the support to those companies for them to operate.
Yeah, we are talking about to provide for the companies so they can communicate on a good way. How did this triac start? With which best offer you can deliver?
I'll defer to Michael on that. So maybe the camera can just point to here so we can show a little bit of what exactly we can provide.
Mr. Michael,
Yes.
you are the manager of Tempnet in the region. Can you explain for us? You're working together with Digicel. What is making this collaboration special?
It's a unique collaboration because Digicel has laid the foundation with the implementation of their Deep Blue One fiber, which runs from Trinidad to Guyana to Suriname to French Guyana. Tempnet is the largest offshore telecommunications provider in the world. So we have experience in the North Sea, in the Gulf of America, and in this region, offering high-speed, low-latency connectivity to assets and persons offshore. So it's a unique collaboration because we complement each other. One of the main things is that our fiber, with Digicel's fiber, we can give the asset terrestrial light speeds to the asset. So that would mean what you suggested just now, where the users are getting low connectivity, is highly unlikely to happen. We'll bring the connectivity not only to the asset, but the entire facility via 5G network on the asset, which would cover not only the areas surrounding the asset, but full internal coverage on the asset. So this will not only be used for consumer type applications such as Digicel subscribers, but any entity operating on the asset will be able to have their own private network connection on the asset and things like that.
How does a solution such as offshore 5G, private network, and satellite connectivity can improve safety, efficient, and community of offshore?
So that's a very good question. the whole way that the company will operate can change. So we can digitize the entire operation. So instead of a lot of manual processes, you can now utilize sensors, you can utilize IoT devices, you can utilize things like tablets for all your processes, such as safety processes, monitoring, whether it be vibration monitoring, uh, flame sensing, gas sensing, applications like that. So it moves it into a different level of safety. For example, you would be able to use cameras which have AI technology behind it to ensure that all of the personnel on the asset are wearing the correct PPE and they're wearing it in the correct way. And that would mean it doesn't need someone with visually looking at everyone. You'll be able to detect when someone is going outside of the protocols that are suggested.
Hearing all of that, to the CEO now, what does the growth of the oil and gas sector mean for Suriname, boarding economic and digital development?
More than economic. Well, the oil and gas sector, it's the current economy in the past, say, 5 to 6 years, the inflation, the devaluation. Suriname, for the population size, the ratio of GDP per capita is going to be one of the highest in the world. So it's very transformational for all Surinames. It's going to transfer lives, it's going to transform businesses, and it's just the way of life in Suriname. It's going to be, and it's going to happen very, very fast.
And how does Digicel Suriname position itself to support the country's long-term growth and transformation?
Okay, so Suriname is using today zero point 0.5 on average terabits for international capacity. In the next 10 years, that's expected to grow to about 6 to 7 terabits. The blue one has a provision today for 25 terabits. So that's more than Suriname will need for the next 10 years. That 25 can be upgraded to 100. So the blue one secures Suriname data needs for the next 30 to 40 years. That's what we have invested, over 80 million US dollars to build that resiliency, because all the growth of Suriname needs reliable connectivity. You know, the BPOs, the oil and gas, all the industries. Reliable connectivity is one thing that they will grow on, and the blue one allow them to do that, to accomplish those goals.
Talking about the investment and the reliable connectivity, do you think that Suriname is ready for this development?
Today, not, but there's a lot of planning that has gone into the expectation of what's on the horizon. So, for example, the blue one was commissioned in 2024. That because we know that this is coming. Currently, Digicel is rolling out fiber. We will cover the whole of Paramaribo by end of August, September, and we're expanding beyond Paramaribo, Wanica, and covering all the regions. So we, with our fiber investment, and you're talking about tens of millions of dollars in the current year and next year, we're getting Suriname ready for when this explosion is going to start. So Digicel has been investing in the last 5 years to get to this point, and we're continuing to invest.
And to Mr. Michael now, as offshore activity continues to grow, what are the key connectivity challenge and energy companies need to prepare for?
So as Dio suggested, the need for bandwidth is going to increase, and not just bandwidth, but high capacity, low latency bandwidth increase. Most of the organizations now are moving towards a digital type infrastructure, and of course, the well-known buzzword of AI. All of these applications are bandwidth intensive. With the infrastructure that TAPNet and Digicel are putting in place, we'll be able to supply those needs. The operators and the downstream operators who support the operators, they are going to be forced along that path in terms of digitization. And what we are trying to do is ensure that the infrastructure is there to support them along that path.
And you are working together with Digicel. here in Suriname. Are there maybe other companies and you have target to work with, or it is only SEC Digicel?
Well, that's a good question. We have a long relationship with Digicel outside of Suriname as well, and that those were the first persons that we spoke to about a project like this. But of course, we are open to anything, and our intention is to not just build Digicel and TopNet internationally, but also the local persons who are here. So we have, as part of our arrangement, we have a plan for training locals and building the capacity within the country. So we are not averse to partnering with other companies, but we've had a long-term relationship outside of this project that has led to this point.
So, Mr. Michael and Sir uh, D. Noreen. I want to thank you for this time to share information because the Suriname people want to know. They wanted to know, and I know that with this information, they are good informed about what Digicel and Topnet is going to do with the development of oil and gas here in Suriname. So I want to say success and looking forward to see you on SEOSGS 2027.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, well, thank you very much.
U heeft het gehoord. Digicel en Tampnet die samenwerken. They are working together to have reliable connectivity on the offshore to help the people that are working there to have the best and super connection. You have heard it from the CEO and the manager of Tampnet in the region, what they are going to do and what are the actions they have already put to make sure that this connection is the best. I want to say stay tuned for more news because even on Sunweb TV, you can find reliable news and news that is up to date at all time. I want to say thank you and stay tuned.